What's up, bodyweight warriors, and welcome back to another video, another follow along. Today I've got a quick hip flexibility routine focused around the 90-90 that is ideal as a warm-up or a cool down, whatever you're feeling like a stretch to increase hip flexibility. Let's not waste any more time. Let's jump straight into it and use the routine. We're going to start in a hip swivel seated position, feet outside of shoulder width, and we're going to do 10 hip swivels to warm up, which is basically just dropping both knees to the same side. One's external, one's internal. Pause for a second, and then reverse that motion. We're going to try and keep the chest facing forward during this. And again, just rotate as feels good. If you move and lean a little bit further back, it becomes easier. If you sit a little bit more upright, it's a bit more demanding on flexibility. This is just a warm up, and maybe good just to feel how this position feels and in which leg you feel the majority of the stretch. If you're feeling the majority of the stretch in internal rotation, we can look at improving that. If you're feeling more of a stretch here, we can look at improving that as well. Just a couple more per side. And then we're going to finish on the right-hand side. So we're going to finish in that 90-90 position. So we've got front leg, right leg going out and straight in front of us, bent to 90 degrees, rear leg coming out at 90 degrees, bent to 90 degrees, 90-90. If this is too challenging for you to sit in, we just want to place an object underneath the hips so it's easy for us to do this first stretch and less demand for internal rotation. So elevate as high as you need to, nothing wrong with more height. We're going to make sure we get the most out of this stretch. First of all, we're going to work on this front leg. So we're going to hinge forward, and I want you to think about pulling this belly button through, so keeping the spine mostly neutral until we feel a stretch on the glute of this front leg. We're going to perform 2 reps of contract, relax stretching. So the first rep, I want you to think about pressing this front knee down into the ground as hard as you can. So feel that basically where the area is being stretched, we're going to feel it contract. So we're going to press down. 5, 4, 3, 2, hard as you can. 1, you're going to exhale, and you're going to try and move deeper into the stretch. And think again from the belly button, not just rounding the back. The second effort we're going to do, you're going to place hand on foot. You're going to try and basically think about kicking your foot into your hand. And again, we're going to do working up to as hard as you can. 5 seconds. So press that foot across. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, we're going to exhale deeper. We're going to repeat both of those one more time. So again, knee down into the ground, hard as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try to shift a little bit deeper. And again, foot going across. Press it across hard as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, go deeper. If you kind of get stuck on this front leg, try to go more over the shin with the sternum. We're going to follow this up with a quick stretch. We're going to come up. I'm basically going to try and twist into this front leg. So I'm going to take my sternum, I'm going to try and rotate it as much as I can around this knee. So I'm going to keep everything planted, knees down, hips down. I'm just going to try and twist myself into this front leg as far as I can get around. I'm going to hold that one for 15 seconds longer. You can also come forward as well as round for extra stretch into this glute. So first twist, get the sternum round, and then walk the hands further forward. Perfect. We're now going to look at this rear leg. And here we're going to do some active lifts into internal rotation. So we're going to make the effort to try and lift this foot off the floor. We want to make sure we're facing over our front leg. Now be warned, this will get crampy in the hip. That's perfectly normal. If you have to move out of it, shake it out, give it another go, that's absolutely fine. We're going to do 2 lifts of 5 seconds. We're going to try and get this foot as high as we can. If it doesn't lift, just making the effort of trying to lift is perfect. So again, 5 seconds, maximum effort, try your hardest. So chest facing forward, chest upright. We're going to try and lift that foot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. And we're just going to relax. Take a couple seconds rest. I'm going to do 1 more rep. So 5 seconds. Lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, high as you can. And then after that second rep, keeping this 90-90 position, we're going to twist into this rear leg. So I'm going to try and get my sternum facing as far over as I can, but making sure that I'm pinning these knees down into the ground, so nothing's leaving, everything's staying in contact. We're going to hold for just 10 seconds more. And then we're going to try and use this range of motion that we've just acquired in the hip. So we're going to try and basically open the hip as wide as we can. Again, keeping this knee pinned down. So if you can only lift it up this far, absolutely fine. And try and open it as wide as we can. Pause for a second or two. Come back, we're going to do 5 of these. So take your time with it. Foot comes onto the ground. You're going to think about driving that knee out, trying to lift it as wide as possible. And back down. 3. Hold for a few seconds on each rep. And last one. Always basically pulling both knees out. So this knee I'm pulling down to the ground, this knee I'm pulling out as wide as possible. Okay, great. And then come back to that starting position. And we're going to rotate to the other side, to a hip swivel. Same 90-90 position. If you need to elevate the hips, go for that again. And we're going to repeat that same process. So we're going to come forward into a glute stretch. Sternum over the front leg until we feel that point of stretch. And then again, we're going to apply those contractions. So you're going to try and press the knee down into the ground for 5 seconds and contract that stretched area on the hip. So press down, 5, 4, 3, 2, max effort, 1. Exhale and go deeper. And then we're going to try and push this foot in this direction, contracting the adductors. 5, 4, 3, working up to max effort, 2, 1. And again, exhale and go deeper. If you need to, you can move this sternum a little bit more over the shin rather than over the knee, and that's going to make the stretch a little bit more intense. So 1 more of those each contraction. So press down into the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax a little bit deeper. And then press that foot across. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax a bit deeper. Okay, from here we're going to do that twisting stretch. So we're going to lift our chest up, try to still stay forward. We're going to twist round to the side as far as we can, so rotating that sternum over. And then from here, walk the hands out and forward and try to stretch. Feel a deep stretch in the glute of this front leg. We're just going to keep walking those hands out. And again, trying to keep the chest up, trying to roll the hip into this. Going to hold this for just another 10 seconds here. Keep twisting into it. Walk the hands a little bit further if you can do. And breathe. We're going to come out of this, and now we're going to look again at this rear leg. We're going to do again that lift. If you got cramp last time, you're going to get cramp again this time, but work for it. And we're going to do 2 lifts, 5 seconds again, maximum effort. Try and get that foot as high as you can. So facing chest forward, sternum up. You're going to lift the foot. 5, 4, 3, high as you can. 2, 1. And relax it back down. 1 more lift. High as you can with that foot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. And again, we're going to take that hand. We're going to rotate, trying to get our sternum over this rear leg, but making sure we're pinning that knee, the front leg, down. So all of this rotation is coming from this hip, and you're going to feel a stretch deep in the hip capsule itself. So we're going to hold this again for about 10 seconds. Maybe a little bit longer. So, hands support you behind. You can play with being a little bit more upright, a little bit further back, whatever feels good. But again, focusing on that rotation, trying to rotate into this rear leg. And again, we're going to do 5 reps of those hip openers. And again, try to keep this knee planted and trying to pull this knee as wide as you can out. So 5 reps, nice and slow. Make it focused, wide as you can. Use the glute here to try and pull that knee out. 2 more. 4. Should be sort of maximum effort, really squeezing both glutes, trying to pull the knees as wide as you can. And come back to that center position. And that is basically your routine. You can hop into a squat, move around, see how your hip feels, hopefully a little bit more flexible. And other than that, I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks.